Hey, hi, hello, welcome to Kristen Draws, where I Kristen Draw, and today we are at the Museum of Fine Arts in Houston. So let's get into it. This first painting is by Alexei von Yavlensky called Head of a Woman, 1912, incredible colors of fauvism. Here we have the Corn Poppy, 1919, by Kees van Dongen, a Dutch painter who painted the lively period between World War. This is the work of Czechoslovakian painter František Kupka, the Yellow Scale, 1907, which celebrates the expressive power of the color yellow. It's incredible, truly. Next up, we have our much beloved Kandinsky. This is called Sketch 160A and was made in 1912 and celebrates quizzical lines and nuanced colors. This next room is all Native American art, and this bag was made by a member of the Lakota tribe. This painting is called Episode of the Buffalo Gun, 1909. The Breaks, 1911. This is Buffalo Hunting Scene by Whitebird, a member of the Northern Cheyenne tribe. And these next pendants were made circa 1900 by the Zuni people with white shells. This painting is called Passing By, circa 1924 by Martin Hennings. Let's go to see a sarcophagus of a youth from the 5th to 14th century BC. This incredible Parian marble coffin was made by the Phoenicians, who conquered parts of Egypt and Greece, which is why this combines the shape of an Egyptian sarcophagus with the classic carved Greek face to represent the deceased. Now let's head to look at some John Singer Sargent paintings. This is By the River, 1888, and this is Villa Torregalli from 1910, which combines the genre of portrait and landscape. And this is the Hollyhocks from 1885. Singer Sargent painted outside constantly during this period of his career. This is the Baltimore Album Quilt, 1846, which features the lone red star to commemorate Texas gaining statehood in 1845. It was actually made over the course of 4 years, and I believe it was acquired by the Rockefellers. This is a Dutch vase painted by H.G.A. Huvenaar. It was made in 1903, and it is eggshell porcelain made in a factory in Holland with a special unusual revolving mold in which liquid clay was spun out by a centrifugal force, and only 6 of the 81 of these vases still exist today. What you're seeing now is the work of French painter Émile Bernard, Women Walking on the Banks of the Avon from 1890. And if you guessed Van Gogh for this next one, you'd be right. This is The Rocks from 1888, which was painted in the village of Arles. Okay, thank you for coming along on that quick little tour of a very small part of the Museum of Fine Arts Houston. It's massive, truly. If you are in Houston and going to that museum, just know, be prepared. You cannot get through it in a single day or even in 2 or 3 days. Now let's go to my studio and talk some poetry. Hello. I promised you poems, so poem time it is, but in completely unrelated news, I won a book. No, in all seriousness, I got back from a trip and there was a package in the mail that looked like a book. You know, if it quacks like a book, walks like a book, it's a book. And it was, and I was like, wait a minute, I didn't order any new reads, so I'm pretty sure I won this on a giveaway on Goodreads. The excitement over like a brand new free book gifted to you, like sent to you by the publisher, makes me feel like a real life reader, you guys. Okay, all right. Poems. Here are my latest 2 poems. I'm trying to give myself like really free rein to not be like overly judgmental about what I'm writing, and then when I do bring it into like a Word doc, I'll edit it somewhat then, but still I'm trying to be like, okay, you know what, Kristen, like, if these are bad rhymes, they're bad rhymes. So what, you know? Why am I doing this? It really helps me to have a direction with my illustrating. Once upon a time, I really wanted to be a kid's book illustrator, and it's not that I don't want that anymore, but I'm doing what comes naturally to me. And what comes naturally to me right now is this. That's enough blabbing. Let's get into it. Here's the first one. It is called Tulip Stained Days. Words and Pictures by Kristen Lango. Here we go. Rain outside, damp days means shelter is all the more easy to persuade. Let's stay inside, drink tea, as the droplets fall on the oak leaves. Their sound is soothing, like molasses in Christmas cookies, dunked in milk by a warm fire. Add another log, maybe two. Stay a while and admire the simple joys of a cozy evening. Whether on tulip-stained spring days behind a window that collects the rain, or under a snowy roof, white and heavy, the cold lets me get closer to you. Oh, what I wouldn't do for the snow and the rain, foggy haze that permits a laze about the house, baking little cakes, tarts, cookies, and jam, made by hand. These comforts of home are as delicate as sand, warm like the beaches, where each grain lay under sun rays. The sands are in their place, exactly where they are meant to be, and so shall we stay together when the nights extend long into the dark forest of winter. Before emerging, some months later, to splinter off the branch a tiny piece of wood, making its own path into that springtime bath of birdsong. New buds, growth renewed, refreshed after the long rest. Let's find joy in this season and the next. The end. My summary of this poem, what did I write? Is a gentle reminder. So, to sum up this poem, what is it? What is it about? In case you didn't get it, it's just a gentle reminder to find the joy in living seasonally, and like just finding that richness in the seasons, in the joys that the seasons can bring if we look closely and stop and pay attention and really be present. In this capitalistic world we live in, I think we just look past a lot of things that can really bring us a pure, simple joy that probably doesn't require as much money as what our society tells us it would. So that's my little soapbox, and I hope you enjoyed that. Laced in pages. So, here goes. Laced in pages. Words and Pictures by Kristen Lanko. A boy in a library study room throws a ball in the air. Books sit peacefully on their shelves, displaying themselves. The pages lay flat, unassuming, all-consuming, wrapping me like each book's cover. A blanket soft as a piping flute, notes fly by, delicate flautist fingers. How could I not shout this for all those to hear? All of those meandering and weary, all those who yearn to see clearly. Art will save you, just crack the cover, float down a river of tunes, brush marks, and swoon in the shallows, then the deeps that will creep into the most hidden away parts of you. New possibilities surround your heart if you let in some art. The end. Okay, now this one. We don't love it as much as the other one. It's okay. It's okay. It is what it is. And yeah. That's it. What did I write for the summary for this one? I think what did I write to summarize? This one is summarized by me saying, so Lace in Pages, a love poem to books and the stories that see me through. That is true. That is what this is about. It's like my little love letter to art, to the art that really, like, when everything else seems wrong and like it's not working, the art that I turn to in those moments, it's just everything. Like, it's my complete solace, and has been over the course of a lifetime, whether that's books or music or dance or painting and poetry and all of the things. It is the bedrock of my, how do you want to say, of my, like, catharsis and joy, and just, like, really this soft landing pad for me to kind of fall down onto when other things seem chaotic or in flux. And so I hope that, you know, maybe you can find that in the arts too. Okay, thanks for being here. Whoa, we did it. We did that. We did museum. We did poetry. We did all the things. We talked about books. And speaking about books, look at this. Look at this. I will say no more. This book is fabulous. This is about making unique colors from plants alone, like dyes, basically, like to color fabrics and textiles just from plants. Like look at those color palettes. Dreamy, an absolute dream. Now we're ending this for real. Thanks for being here.